Now, tonight, we wanted to look again at this disease of the heart called envy.
Yes, sir.
It is the most troublesome of all diseases of the heart. It is a disease that once we are afflicted with it, it turns us into devils. It makes one an instant hypocrite, because a hypocrite is one who speaks from the mouth what is not in the heart. And when someone is envious of another, they speak out of the mouth what their hearts do not contain. Envy is such an insidious disease that when it overtakes an individual, they feign love when it's really hate. They feign service and submission when they are looking for a chance to rebel and to strike. It is such a despicable disease of the heart that once we are afflicted with it, it begins to poison the whole bloodstream of our thoughts.
Yes, sir.
And it begins to turn the person inside into a grotesque disfiguration of self. If you've ever seen the movie The Exorcist,
Yes, sir.
when a person can look so sweet and beautiful on the outside, but be so rotten and twisted on the inside.
Yes, sir.
This is what happens to an individual who is afflicted with the disease of envy. One may keep a straight face on the outside because one always has to have a mask when one is envious. And it's a constant mask that the person hides behind until they are uncovered, discovered, and made manifest. Then, when they are made manifest, the ugly, vicious demon that has been hiding on the inside, masking its ugly face with a face of love and brotherhood and sisterhood and kindness, then the real demon comes forward, and the face on the outside becomes the exact manifestation of the inside. Isn't that a horrible thing? Last week we mentioned Saul and David, Cain and Abel. Sunday we talked about the Jews and Paul, and the Jews and Jesus. And we touched upon the Jews and us. Can you imagine a people who have been masquerading in someone else's clothes? And then the someone else that they've been masquerading in the clothes of shows up and claims the garment. Now, when the real wearer of the garment shows up, that means the one that is masquerading in his garment has to take it off and become naked, seen for what he or she really is. So the uncovering is so devastating that they must attack, they must vilify, they must seek the destruction of the object whose place they have been trying to take. Isn't that something?
Yes, sir.
Jesus made a parable of some wicked husbandmen, that a vineyard was let out into their hands. And every now and then, the owner of the vineyard would send someone in to check the produce of the husbandman. Some they beat, some they imprisoned. They didn't even want you to check on their work. If you look like you're getting close to uncovering, discovering, making manifest their fraudulent behavior, then the viciousness in them becomes manifest. And so they beat some, they imprison some. But then the heir to the vineyard shows up. Now you know what an heir is. I'm not talking about A-I-R. Talking about H-E-I-R. When the heir to the vineyard shows up, this is the one who's going to possess the vineyard after the wicked husbandmen are dispossessed of the vineyard. Now naturally, they don't want to leave. You know, they've been there, they've enjoyed the fruit that they've been getting. The heir comes, that means he's going to take over the vineyard. They said, no, we're not going to let this happen. So they slay the heir of the vineyard. Kill him. So Jesus asks the Jews, according to the Bible, what will the owner of the vineyard do when he comes? And the Jews answered, saying, he will utterly slay them. And Jesus said,